So, I am a black albino. I'm really not sure why that's so funny to y'all. Trying to be serious with y'all and y'all laughing at me. I am. Some of you might not know what that means. So basically, both of my parents are black. And I came out looking like this. God had some extra time on his hands. Figured he'd do some experimenting. Came up with me, I guess. I would have liked to be a fly on the wall in the delivery room, though. Because both of them, my mom and my dad, be like, this is not mine, it's not mine, it's not mine. My life is sad. Couple things. I did grow up in the South, and which is great, being a black albino, just controversial. In the South is just a good thing, you know. Pretty much everybody hated me, but they loved me too. They saw me as a spy. But they could never figure out which side, so I don't know. No, I do love the South. I miss the South. I loved it. I just didn't like the extremes. Like, everything is so serious. And I go to my grandma's house and try and open the window. It's hot, it's the South. Open the window, she'd be like, don't open the window, you let the devil inside. I'm like, really? Why is the devil just chilling outside our house, man? What's going on with that? Understand, Grandma, shoot. I stubbed my toe one time, walked in the house, she's like, what's wrong, baby? You know, what's wrong? I'm like, oh, Grandma, I stubbed my toe. Oh, you ain't stubbed your toe, that's jungle rot. Was not aware I had been to Vietnam before. I did not know that. I don't know, I don't really mind being a black albino. It's cool for me. I just wish people would be more honest with me about the fact. People always come up to me and they're like, that's really cool. No, it's not. I'm just saying, if you woke up tomorrow and looked like me, you'd be mad as hell at me. You call me up, yo, Nate. What did you do, dog? Man, I thought you said it was okay. No, I said it was okay for you, okay? Not for me.
Hello. I am from Virginia, and recently I was in a Walmart playing my favorite guessing game, pregnant or lady beer gut. Which is it? I don't know. You know what? I can't tell. They're both holding a beer. It's like a trick question. One of my favorite things to watch out on the streets is bad parenting, just in day-to-day lives. I love watching it. It's like a free show, watching a kid just get messed up for life. And my favorite story of the worst parenting I've ever seen was I was working in a restaurant, and this woman comes in with a screaming, crying baby, and it just comes in, and the baby's all like, wah, 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 wah. That's a weird wah. And everybody turns in the restaurant to look at the woman, and we're all like, what's going on? And she goes, oh, I'm sorry. She reaches into her baby bag, and she pulls out an empty baby bottle, and then a Dr. Pepper can. Yeah, I was like, oh, she's just gonna drink a Dr. Pepper while she feeds her baby. No, she opens up the Dr. Pepper, puts it in the baby bottle, and gives it to the baby. A baby! And we're all watching in the restaurant just, oh my God, no. That is exactly how white trash is made. That is the formula for it. And it's like, man, it's like, I know it's Dr. Pepper. He's not a pediatrician. And I don't know why, people never want to question parents, in their parenting. I guess for fear that they're going to get that reaction, which is just like every mother's right, which is just to go, who are you to tell me how to raise my child? You're just like, child services, ma'am. Some people are just bad at it. They should be told. I don't know.
Hi, I'm 22 years old, and I still live with my parents. Ladies. It drives them nuts, but it saves me money. They put a roof over my head and food in my stomach so I can waste my money on Bush Light and extra maps for Halo. That's simple economics, and if they don't like it, they should have thought about it before they had a baby. The worst part is bringing home girls. Brought home a girl one time, we're making small talk. She asked if I was close to my parents. I was like, sure. Then she asked me where they lived. I was like, upstairs. She freaked out. She's like, this is your parents' house? I was like, no, I can have a 3-bedroom, 2.5-bath, split level in the suburbs and set up shop in the basement. Of course it's their house. So we're fooling around. She's like, aren't they gonna hear us? I was like, I hope so. They think I'm gay. I think Colgate's the only company who could get away with having the slogan, extreme white power. Other companies couldn't do that. You'll never see NASCAR. Not all races are equal. We didn't have a lot of money growing up, but I liked racing. My parents one Christmas gave me a cardboard box, like, here's a race car. I was so excited, I climbed inside. I was like, sweet. I'm sponsored by Budweiser. And this is the dream comedy. But I had lots of jobs growing up. First job ever was at Pizza Hut. And they had this thing called the Pizza Olympics. I almost made my store's team, but I got disqualified because I failed the drug test. Because apparently no one likes a high pizza maker, but ironically that's all there is. Only thing worse than a high pizza maker, high pizza delivery driver. Because the pizza's gonna get there in 30 minutes, but it ain't all gonna be there. Tried to find manly jobs growing up. I had a job as a used car salesman, which worked out pretty cool until the first day, because I was trying to sell this old Volkswagen. The guy's like, why isn't the engine in the front? My best answer was, some things are better in the rear. Did I mention people think that I'm gay? I worked for a cell phone company. I actually got fired for being insensitive. People would always call in, be like, oh, my phone's not getting calls. I'd be like, get better friends.
You know what I love? I love talking to my friends who don't have kids, who have this fantasy about what kind of parents they're gonna be. My kids are never gonna watch those bad movies. They're gonna watch educational films. They're only gonna play games that are learning games. Let me tell you something, after like 3 years of no sleep, you don't care. You want the kid to shut up. You turn the TV on like, what is this, Cape Fear? Good. You're gonna sit down and watch something. You're gonna learn that you don't mess with the wrong man. You're gonna learn that life has consequences. Daddy is having a nap. Now shut it! And my boy, he's 4 now, and he just had a birthday. He got a tent for his birthday, which is very cute. But I found out that his favorite thing to do now in the tent is to sit in the tent by himself and play with his wiener. That's what he loves to do. He just sits in there for an hour, pulling it every direction. My wife's like, how long does this phase last? I was like, I don't know. With diet and exercise, maybe 80, 90 years. I'll let you know. I'll let you know when it passes. I'll be in the yard in my tent. I'll let you know. And you get no time to yourself. You don't get to do anything by yourself ever. I used to wonder why it took my dad 45 minutes to make a poop. Now I know. Now I know. Do you understand? We would rather be in that tiny room with the stench of our own filth and deal with what is outside that door. Do you understand that? That's where you get to in your life. I love him, man, but Jesus Christ. And 2 boys, great. My wife wants to have another one, wants to go for a girl. I'm like, yeah, sure, let's try again, I guess. And I have nieces. I don't know, it freaks me out a little bit having daughters. I don't know what to do with that, because I have nieces, and I've seen that whole world, I have a niece who just had a 10th birthday, and that's a whole other thing, man, because I didn't know what to get her. Because I'm like, I asked my friend, should I get her he's got a 10-year-old. I said, should I get her like a doll or something? He's like, no, she's past that. You got to get her like clothes. You go to one of those tweener stores in the mall and get her clothes. Have you gone in there? Have you seen those hooker starter kits? I'm not buying that for my niece. I am not
My Little Pony hot pants and Backdoor the Explorer. That's not happening on my watch, let me tell you right now.
I was talking to my mom today. Does anyone else have parents? Good. And my mom, whenever the cell phone cuts out, she's not only baffled by it, but she feels the need to explain it. So we'll be talking and the cell phone will cut out, and I'll call her back and she'll be like, "Whoa, I don't know what happened. You were there and then you weren't there anymore. The cell phone must have dropped the call." And then the same thing will happen again, and I'll call her back and she'll be like, "Whoa, I don't know what happened. I must have driven through a hot pocket." "Mom, are you in a microwave?" Okay, that is your first problem. She always gets off the phone with me by acting like it's my idea. So I'll be like, "Hey, how's it going?" And she'll be like, "Everything's good. Well, it sounds like you're busy." "I'm not busy, I just called you." "Well, I know, honey, but I know you got things to do. It sounds like you're busy." When I call my dad, he can talk about the food that he ate for an entire conversation. He'll be like, "Hey, how's everything going?" "Everything's good. I had an Italian dinner this week. Some pasta, some meat sauce, some garlic toast." Like, he'll just keep going on and on. "Well, Dad, it sounds like you're busy." I went to see a band this week. Does anyone else have parents? And bands, when they do encores, they'll just leave the stage when they're not done playing all their songs, and they won't come back to play the songs they already know they're going to play until the audience makes enough noise for them to play them. Like, in no other profession would this fly. Like, you go to the dentist, you're getting some work done. Dentist just leaves the room. The hygienist is like, "We'd like to finish your root canal. We're just not sure how bad you want it. You could maybe make a little noise, show some enthusiasm." You're like, "Ah." She's like, "That's great, but the dentist can't hear you. Come on, root canal."